This is Mr. Z checking in again. Let's do our intros. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Let's get a comment in the comment section for whoever can hear me, or whoever's in here that wants to let me know that y'all are in here. Anyway, okay, so this video is inspired by a one Mr. Edward Anderson, and obviously the Black Authority and his channel The Business. What's going on, Joes? Give me a second. I am trying to look to make sure I can actually come out of this complex and it looked like we are good to go, and we are good to go. All right. So yeah, so Ed did a review essentially of a little it was 11 minutes and some change, but let's say 10 minutes of the Black, I'll just say Jason Black's video speaking to the young ladies about money and whatnot. And so pretty much Ed said, and excuse my language, there's gonna be some profanity tonight because I gotta say it how I always have said it, so cover your kids' ears or whatnot. But essentially Ed said that these women are pretty much on some fuck your facts thing. And if y'all remember, shout out to the brothers that know Mr. Z has always said fuck your facts, and that's train tracks, Victor. There will be train tracks. Yeah, in the direction I'm going in, yes, there will be train tracks. So I'll say them when I'm crossing them. But yeah, so there, yeah, so fuck your facts is essentially what Ed was saying that these women are on. And yeah, they are. And I'm gonna be on some extreme SBE thing tonight, really the explain part of SBE, and I have no problem admitting that that is what I'm on. So for all of you brothers that's anti-SBE, you might want to check out now. So yeah, I'm on it. That's what I'm on. Yeah, so I'm on the explain side of SBE extremely tonight. I'm pretty much always on the explain side of SBE, but that's what I'm on tonight, right? So yeah, and it to a certain extent it might be wasting our breath, but it is so that these women don't have any plausible deniability in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, because we've said it, and we've said it almost in unison in the Black manosphere. And it's also to let the brothers know, the younger brothers that come in and out of this space, the game, right? John Jones wants to know, what does SBE stand for? It stands for shame, blame, and explain, and it was popularized by another brother in this space for the most part, and he essentially has an issue with brothers that he feels that shame, blame, and explain. It was popularized by him, but it wasn't coined by him. And he has a issue with brothers that he feels that shame, blame, and explain to the women. For him, it's get your money up and essentially buy these hoes, or become powerful, influential, and rich, and these women will submit. And no, they're not. And that's okay, right? For me, I have no problem explaining, and the way I move is a little bit different. I tell you what it is, I tell you how it's gonna go, and then if you don't adhere to what is gonna happen, then whatever happens to you happens to you. And if you're out in the wilderness when the shit hit the fan, or whatever Armageddon or almost Armageddon situation happened, then so be it. But you knew what it was. We're living through post COVID-19 recession. A lot of these women is feeling the hurt. Oh well, right? So I mean, for me, that's what it is. We were telling you for years, winter was coming, and yes, there were going to be men, black men in particular, that were going to get hurt by this, but it was going to hurt a lot of women, particularly black women. And now that y'all are feeling the hurt, shrugs, right? So, and so for me, it's about a lack of plausible deniability. It is constantly going to the numbers, and Ed is 100% right. When train tracks, there you go, Victor. Right? So Ed is 100% right when he speaks about these women are going off of their feelings and emotions. He is 100% right. I'm saying these things just to say them so that we all know that people are saying it. And so when you hit that wall, that proverbial wall, or when you're single and miserable at 40, you can't say, I was looking for love. No, you were not. And we all know you were not. You were looking for a lifestyle, the other L word. And there's nothing wrong with that. Once again, female imperative. Once again, you were going off of feelings. Once again, you thought our facts were BS and we were running games. Shout out to Ed for saying that. He's 100% right on that also. These women, when they hear us stating the numbers and the facts, and they know we're right. Don't get it twisted. They know we're right. But they think we're running game by mentioning these numbers, and their feelings get in the way of them actually internalizing what we're saying and what it means for them in their life. Also, there's the lottery ticket idea that they have in their mind, that they're going to be the ones to defy the numbers, right? Maybe their homegirls will get caught up in it, but they're going to be the ones to defy the numbers, right? Victor Creed said he said train tracks. Thank you for the 2 on the super chat, Victor. Right? And so, yeah, you know, I'm not really going at Ed. I'm expounding and I'm saying for why Mr. Z really heavily does the explain part of SBE. I understand for a lot of brothers, it's waste of breath. I get it. Well, I talk a lot, so that's okay. For me, yeah, and I love that Ed did say your facts to them is like running game. And that's what we've seen, right? That's what we've seen, and I have no problem. That's why you always see I make space for the female imperative. Okay, ladies, you feel like we running game by stating these facts, and it sounds depressing to you, right? And it sounds like naysayer talk. Fine, cool. And, right? When you're on the wrong side of those facts, and even if you're on the right side of those facts, but it turns out not to necessarily work for you, oh well, we said it. Now deal with the consequences. We told you what the interracial marriage rate is. We told you what the median income for women, including black women, is. We told you what the median income for men, including black men, is. We told you what the divorce rate is. We told you who filed for divorce and why they filed for divorce, right? We told you what the median inheritance is. We said it all. What the house prices are going for, what the car prices are going for, we've said it all. So if you find yourself caught up in that, so be it. We told you what it is. We're pretty much being the father figures in this situation. You know, when your dad say, this is what's going to happen if this is what you do, and then you go do it anyway, and then your mom come to pick you up, not your dad, right? Your mom come to bail you out, not your dad, because your dad, his protection was the warning, right? His protection was telling you don't go do that in the first place. You went and did it. Oh well. Right? So yeah, the ladies don't want to hear what we're saying. I get it. For all you brothers, I get it. I get it, right? I get it. SBE, right? Shame, blame, and explain. I'm okay with the explaining part, because when this really goes down, and it's going down now, the women are feeling it now, don't get it twisted. But when it really goes down, no one can say that black men are cold or heartless, and they're gonna say it. I'm saying it's going to be very difficult to say that and really own that when we have tons of videos from just a bunch of black men in the black manosphere from left to right, all saying this is what it is, this is what it's going to be. Right? And yes, they're still going to expect us to save them. Don't ever get it misconstrued. That's why I brought up crystalline kerosene and the Veganator in the previous video earlier today. Because that's a prime example of what they're on. Yeah, I know I was trying to shoot you with this gun, but the gun backfired and shot me in the face, and I need you to try to save me. Yeah, they're going to be on that. And what we're going to do for the brothers that's coming in at that time is be like, nah, you see all this? We tried to warn them. You don't save them. If you do, you're at your own peril, because we're not trying to save them. If you fall off that cliff trying to save her off the cliff, so be it. That's on you. But we told those ladies. And that's real tangible. I'm not just speaking in metaphorical language. No. As this crunch happens, y'all heard what Morgan Stanley said. That's not just BS. I keep on bringing it up to say those are rich white guys who bank their money off of these predictions. They're not just doing these predictions just to be doing it. When they tell you 45% of these women gonna be single by 2030, they mean it. So let's say they're off by a couple of percentage points here or there, but they mean it. They're not just saying that just to say it. And when you expound that out and think about what that means for women who pretty much live off of the kindness of men, right? And you think about how much less women make than men, and how much the system props them up here and there, little by little, or a man props them up, or both. Let's see where they go with their $40,000 a year or less jobs, their $45,000 a year or less jobs, right? Y'all go ahead, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And so that's why Mr. Z explains what he explains. For the young men, for the brothers that's coming in from a heartbreak, from a divorce, right? And to be 100% honest, you know, shout out to the brothers that really think that just make the money and the women will adhere. No, they won't. They'll play the game a little bit better, right? They'll play like they into it a little bit more. You'll actually get to marry her, and then subsequently within 5 to 10 years get divorced, right? I'm on the explain side of SBE so that there is no more plausible deniability. Not even from the brothers, but definitely not from the sisters. You can't say you don't know. You can't say that we gave y'all all the numbers and all the information. Like I said, from the interracial marriage rate to divorce, to who's marrying who, to home prices, to car prices, to the reasons for divorce. All of it. We've told you you're delusional. And, you know, the brother Ed said he don't call it delusion, he calls it a mental illness. I get it. But it is delusion on the level of mental illness. I get why he calls it a mental illness. It is. Right? I'm telling you that y'all watched way too much TV and social media stuff, and that's why y'all delusional. I gave y'all an out. So if you're 20 something years old, and the next 15 years when you're 40, you can't say you don't know. My channel ranges from some, you know, 10% to about 25%, depending on the month, of female subscribers that watch me, or female women that watch me, that listen in. Y'all can't say y'all don't know. I've been in the comments for your favorite women content creators all across that black women empowerment space. The swirlers, the divestors, the black women in luxury, the black women level up, right? All of that. You can't say you don't know. So while it's biting you in the rear end now, and while it bites you in the rear end in the future, all of your delusional talk, you can't say you don't know. As you become more jaded and angry, right? As that ticking time bomb ends, right? As you age out of the game, you can't say you don't know when you end up like Vivica A. Fox or Eartha Kitt. You can't say you didn't know. That's why Mr. Z is on the explain side of the game. So that when those women end up just like Eartha Kitt, minus the money, minus the status, minus the fame, there is no one that feels sorry for them. And there's gonna be people that feel sorry for them. It's gonna be real hard. Can't say black men didn't tell you what it is. Everyone from Kevin to Mr. Z, my small ass channel. So everything from when Kevin passed, his channel was at what, 1.3 million, 1.4 million subscribers, all the way to my little 1,600. You can't say different brothers from different ages, from different parts of the country and different experiences didn't tell you what it is. So we gotta make you own what you said when you said you not settling. We gotta make you own that. We gotta make you own that, right? All right, no struggle, love. All right, own that. Own that in 10, 15 years. It sounds cute now. Now, when you're 25, when you're 27, right? It sounds cute now, right? And essentially, it's women, and excuse my language again, saying fuck your facts. It's black women saying fuck your facts. What about the domestic violence rate amongst black men? All of that, right? Because you know they got one-liners for everything you say. What y'all doing, bro? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? The light been green for like 10 seconds. I'm sorry, y'all. South Florida traffic. Right? The second row of cars is waiting to go. The first row of cars, I don't know, all three of them must be on their phone. For a good 10 seconds, nobody moves. But back to the topic at hand. So, you can't say you didn't know. Everyone's saying it. Where black men are saying it, but I forgot, y'all don't listen to us. Y'all need white men to say it. Oh, wait, they're saying it too. Right? If you want to live with your delusion, the sister on TikTok talking about, who's delusion? What is no one's hurt by your delusion. Who is delusion? Your delusion hurting anyway. You, yourself, and everyone around you. That's who it's hurting. It's hurting you now. It's going to hurt you even more later. Like I said, delusion now, misery later. Right? And it's hurting everyone around you. It hurt your ex-boyfriend. It's going to hurt your current boyfriend. It's going to hurt your husband if you ever get married. It's probably going to lead to a divorce. Let's call a thing a thing. Right? Shout out to all those women. Yeah, I don't have a problem with his $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 now. As long as you know he's working towards something bigger. That's their delusion talking. Whenever they say that, that's the delusion talking. That's the mental illness that Ed is talking about talking. Right? Alexa, when do men in America start making real strides with their money? Oh, at 50 and older. 50 and older. Ask these 30-something-year-olds, 20-something-year-olds, how many of them really want to date a 55-year-old? Yes, some of y'all brothers is fit and whatever, and they're okay with you. But most 50, they ain't really trying to check for no 50-something-year-old man like that. They don't know what they're talking about. And then they're quick to say, F your facts. Excuse my language, fuck your facts. Once again, Victor Creed, this is for you. Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks, train tracks, and we're done. Right? And it didn't even matter if they knew what they were talking about. Clearly, whatever delusion or mental illness they're on matters more to them. The dream, the insanity matters more to them than whatever the hell you saying. Ed is right about that. Ed is right about that. They think you running game when you start spitting out these facts. Also, they think they're going to be the lottery ticket that it doesn't apply to. That part too, Ed. That part too. Yeah, that might, excuse my language, that might apply to all them other bitches, but that don't apply to me. All right. Everybody think they're the exception to the rule. Everyone does. While they're living the rule. Do y'all really want to talk about how many of y'all in your 30s still living with your parents? Or your siblings? Or a relative? And I'm not saying that to make fun of black people or black women specifically. I'm saying you live in that. How many of y'all want to talk about how y'all 20,000 plus in student loan debt? Even if you get that $10,000 from Biden. Huh? Y'all want to have that conversation? Right? How many of y'all want to talk about the fact that you 45 and younger, 25 to 25 to 45, and you barely making 50 grand? Ladies? Huh? Y'all are living the statistic. Talking about no struggle love. You're struggling now. When Kevin asks you if you married a man but he didn't improve your financial lot in life significantly, essentially was what he was asking. Would you still marry a man if he wasn't going to improve your life significantly financially? And all those women are like, no. All right then, live that life. And make the rich white boys that are banking on that richer. I mean it the way I said it. That's why those Morgan Stanley, that memo, they were salivating. They loved it. They can't wait. The she economy, right? They can't wait. Ooh, and they're not just talking about black women, by the way. All these single women, we're about to make so much bank off of all these single women spending money on beauty products, on little things, just blowing money. They're salivating. Because low-key, they know you better than you know yourself. Now, I wasn't supposed to say that. That's what they're showing, by the way. The algorithms know you better than you know yourself. You don't realize the patterns that you have. The algorithm does, though. Right? Siri does. Alexa does. Right? But we all think we're the exception to the rule. That's all of us. That's not just a woman thing or a black woman thing. Right? Dr. Thunder says, not just F your facts, also F stats, data, studies, science, biology, and observable reality. Dr. Thunder, you hear me? You see what I'm saying? Right? That's mom's right there. She's going to have to wait a little bit. Right? You see what I'm saying, Dr. Thunder? And D. Scott says, let's not forget the victimhood move to gain leverage when there isn't any answer to facts. All of that is manifesting. I mean, you hear that in those black women, divine black women talk and all of that. Right? You hear all of that in that. And shout out to both of you, Dr. Thunder and D. Scott. Right? Once again, shout out to the brother Victor Creed. Right? So that's that. Look, Mr. Z is all about black women. But unfortunately, the brother Raj Report is right. You got to be prepared to watch them not only die alone, right, but go through misery. You got to be prepared. And it's really because they refuse to listen to even not just black men now. Now that Richard Reeves and D. Scott I said D. Scott, shout out to D. Scott, right? But I wanted to say George Galloway, goddamn, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The other one that was on and I lost his name just that quick, right? Scott Galloway, there we go, Jesus. But yeah, D. Scott, why was I about to call you Scott Galloway and get y'all mixed up? I don't know. Spencer Scott, right? But yeah, but now that Richard Reeve and Scott Galloway are speaking about this, y'all got white, important men talking about this, right? Not only on the conservative side, now more on the liberal side. Speaking about the crisis of boys and men in general in America. And for Richard Reeves, he's using black men kind of as the main avatar. And you still got black women laughing it up and yucking it up. Joking, oh look, y'all cost the country $50 billion. Right? And that's why I made sure, ladies, for any one of y'all that's listening, y'all remember, I'm gonna try to say that all the time now. Maybe not every single time, but all the time. Y'all remember Chrissy. Y'all remember Paris Milan. Y'all remember Lexus Exes. Remember all of them. Mahogany Pink, Cynthia G, Real Talk with Yanni. Remember all of them. Chris Logic, name them. When you find yourself crying, because you're already crying yourself to sleep at night now, but when you find yourself in 5, 10, 15 years crying yourself to sleep at night, Done burnt out your clit with that toy. Seen every Lifetime movie 2, 3, 4 times over now. You feel like a piece of meat because that 23-year-old don't even stay in bed with you when he done. That 25-year-old don't even stay in bed when he done. He just get up and leave on your ass. Y'all remember Chrissy. Whether that dude is white, black, Latino, Asian, or otherwise, he don't even stay in that bed with you when he done. Y'all remember them. Remember there was a person like Mr. Z. For all of us, shame, blame, and explain. Yeah, whatever. Because we already know what they're going to be on in the next 15 and 20 years. Nobody told me. I was just looking for love. Hey, for those of you that wonder why we do this, the brothers are already on some indifferent stuff. But anyone that's new that comes in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years will have just innumerable numbers of videos and things to listen to of brothers across the black manosphere, no matter where you land politically or socially, that explain this to the nth degree. This is what it's been, especially over the past decade or so, the past 5 years of brothers just making content covering everything. Right? Kareen wants to know what is SB. Shame, blame, and explain. I'll fix the title later. I couldn't fit it in for the recording, but you can actually type more when after the video is done. But shame, blame, and explain. Thank you, Dr. Thunder. Right? Because I will never shame brothers for going out and making your money and getting educated and being somebody important on this planet and in this society. But what these black women are on right now, not all, now most, that's debatable, but not all, right? It's bigger than just your money and your status. BGS is right. It's about the socialization, right? So no, you could be the big baller anyway. What that mean? You can have all the money and the status in the world anyway. What that mean? When Kim Porter died, did y'all not see how black women were talking about Diddy? Like he damn near the one who murdered her. And she died of what? Cancer or something? They act like he killed her. Because he didn't marry her because at one point he was chased left to J-Lo. So no, the money don't change that. Right? Yes, Dr. Thunder, I saw the video that BGS just dropped. Yes, thank you. Yes. And that speaks to it. Like the video he made about the Xers and the millennials when it comes to income. The math just ain't mathing. And so, shout out to the brother Ed, right? For what he said. I'm going to have to go drive down. Give me a second, y'all. I've just figured out what I'm going to do. Screw it. Right? Like the brother Ed said, they think when we're speaking facts, we're trying to run game. He's right. Ed's right. I'm saying it anyway. You can't overcome 60% of Americans can't afford $1,000 emergency. That's 60. That's not just black people. That's 60% of Americans. You can't overcome the median car price or the average car price. I think it's average being some 48,000. So 50. That's 50. That's 50. Y'all taking out 8-year loans for that. I can't remember which one of the brothers was it. Was it Perfect Timing when I was like, how much the Telluride go for? You see all these people driving around in these Kia Tellurides. The Kia Telluride kind of look tough, I'm not gonna lie. And the base price for a Telluride is what, late 30s? Maybe or what, $41,000, $42,000? That's before dealer markup. That's before loan financing and interest. You're probably looking at a $50,000, $60,000 car after everything is said and done by the time you finish paying it off in 8 years. right? And y'all talking about no struggle, love, and that, and y'all think us spitting facts is us running game? All right, deal with what you deal with, right? Deal with it. And like I said, y'all remember Chrissy, y'all remember Paris Milan, y'all remember them. Remember them. Because yeah, Mr. Z might sound harsh, and I don't even sound as harsh as some of the other brothers, right? Y'all remember all those female content creators y'all live by. Kim from For Harriet, y'all live by them, right? All of them that make y'all feel good about, well, I'm cursing already, shitting on black men. Y'all remember them. So yeah, if Mr. Z come off like a lame to some of y'all brothers tonight because I'm on some shame, blame, and explain, mainly the explain part of SBE, so be it. And they're not going to listen to you anyway, Mr. Z. Okay, that's cool. Just put this as another man saying what need to be said that these women ain't going to listen to. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. But y'all will be able to roll this out. Just when your girl cousin is complaining in the next 10 years, 5 years, crying, lonely, y'all just send her this. And tell her, hey, you remember when you left your phone on the desk one day, on the table one day, and I saw who you were subscribed to. I saw you were subscribed to Lexus Exodus, right? I saw you were subscribed to Paris Milan because you had the video playing. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to pause right here. Give me a second. And I'm back. Like, share, subscribe, hit that super chat on the way in, you guys. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Thunder. Dr. Thunder said heavy stuff. Gonna respond in the morning. No, Dr. Thunder, right? I think you showed a picture of your wife. Beautiful woman. We don't hate black women over here. This is not no hate stuff, but it is gonna be harsh because we're not doing no butt kissing over here. And sometimes you need to hear it like that. Oh, that, no, it's the way you say it. It's your delivery. People been kissing y'all rear end for decades. Where that got y'all? Where did that get y'all, ladies? They've been placating y'all for decades. And the best some of y'all got is a degree in no man. And you still unhappy. And you're still unhappy. A degree, a middle management job, and you're still unhappy. If at least if y'all were happy, y'all not happy. Y'all fronting like y'all are. What y'all don't know is y'all homegirls are snitching. That's what y'all don't know. When y'all come back from the girls trip, they snitching. That's what y'all don't know. Right? When they get off the phone with us, with y'all, they snitching. Or what y'all thought is only the men that we chastise the men for pillow talking. What y'all think the women ain't pillow talking? Huh? How do you think? Wait a minute, black women, y'all act like y'all not our mothers and our sisters and our cousins and our aunts and our nieces and our grandmothers. Wait, y'all think we making this up? Right? Black men trying to look out for y'all and y'all trying to look out for y'all egos. Oh crap, I wasn't supposed to say that. Y'all looking out for y'all egos and y'all little pride and your little weak ass sensibilities. That's why y'all keep on going to the same content creators that didn't do anything for you but make you feel good about talking crap about black men. Chrissy, Real Talk with Yanni, huh? How many of y'all want to admit that y'all was sneaking over to listen to Kevin when he was alive? Because you was trying to get game from him, huh? Y'all want to have that conversation? Because y'all realized that Chrissy wasn't doing nothing for you. You had been listening to her for years. What she did for y'all? Nothing. Huh? What did Paris Milan do for y'all? Nothing. Now Paris Milan about to run off with the bag on y'all ass. And all you got is, yeah, these black men ain't ish. Wow, great. Your mom was saying that 20 years ago. What you got? I was really about to be real vulgar. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. What you got but some white man baby batter swimming in you? Oh, damn, I wasn't supposed to say that. Or some Latino dude if you in California or whatnot. Dude, god damn it. Or Texas, or New York, or South Florida. Oh, god damn, Mr. Z. God damn it. Come on, ladies. Shame, blame, and explain. Mr. Z is on some explain thing. I'm telling you what it's probably going to be in your life. By the numbers, by the way. It's not like Mr. Z doesn't live his life like he's going to be the exception to the rule. Now, I'm the exception to a lot of rules. I didn't even really realize it until I was speaking to one of my coworkers and he started listening for me. Right? I don't just wake up in the morning thinking I'm going to be the exception to the rule just because. Right? Does it make me feel good thinking I'm going to be the exception to the rule? Because of some, air quotes, manifesting BS. Dr. Thunder says issuing a warning is not SBE. You know, and thank you, Dr. Thunder, for that. But it is frightening to watch the women you grew up with, that you were cool with, that you know you got some good memories with, and I'm speaking generally, not specific women I know. And you watch them think that they're above the algorithm sending them rage porn, right? They think they're above it. They think it don't apply to them. And you're watching as the atmosphere, especially on the internet, becomes way more toxic across the board on different subjects. Not just the black woman conversation, black man, black woman conversation, excuse me, but politically, so just everything is just fraught, right? And then black women think they're above it. The algorithm is enraging and encouraging the content creators to make, you know, this enraging content, and then that then enrages the content consumers, right? And that's why I'm careful on how I speak about these things. Because that rage porn content, it's not, right? It's not about hate on black women. It's not about making fun of black women, making fun of them in their misery. Because to be honest, most black men are not going to engage in that. They're going to be indifferent. The vast majority of black men, don't let the internet fool you. The vast majority of black men are not going to laugh at black women in their destitution, watching them be lonely, watching them be miserable. The vast majority of black boys and men are going to be indifferent, straight face, right? What does Terrain Rain says? I feel nothing. Right? So y'all get on, y'all in Paris Milan comments on her live, yucking it up, right? Y'all in Chrissy's live, yucking it up. Lexus Exodus, yucking it up. Begging Mahogany Pink to put out some more content because she hasn't put out any in a while. Talking about how horrible black men are. And you're trying to tell me all of you women are living great lives, mainly with your non-black men, balling out of control? Come on. Right? So F our facts, right? F what we gotta say. You're not gonna come off a delusion or like the brother Edward Anderson says, that mental illness. That's okay. No one's gonna make you. The environment will though. You better hope it's not too late. It's gonna be too late. Right? And that's not me wishing it. I mean, it's happening now. Right? It's happening now. Right? And that's unfortunate. How bad does this have to get? And we already know, like I said before, right? During the middle of COVID, middle of Armageddon, stores shutting down, people getting laid off, people sent home. You don't know what's going to happen in the work environment. Y'all still calling into Kevin's show, talking about what you won't settle for, average. Who wants to be with average anyway? If Mr. Z had any doubt before, then it disappeared on that. With that, right? The brother Victor Creed says the problem has gotten too big to hide for America. And you know, I think that's much of the reason, Vic, that you see even the white guys trying to reel back white women, because it didn't hit white society as bad as it did black society, right? Black community, primarily in America. It didn't even hit them as bad as it's hit us over the past 40, 50 years. And the little bit that they dealing with those extreme white feminists and the women that are kind of partial to that, they're already reeling the women back. That's what the repeal of abortion is. That's what this going at affirmative action is about, really is about. Once again, they're using the black boogeyman to reel their white women back in line. Right? They didn't even deal with what black men had to deal with over the past 40, 50 years, 60 years. And they're already reeling. No, nope. Birth rate getting too low. Nope. These, and excuse my language, but these white women getting too uppity, reel them back. And by the way, white women are helping white men to reel back the other white women. Yeah, you heard right. Victor Creed once again says, it's been 55 years of rage porn. That's what those talk shows were. That's what the movies are. All of it. You know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. Juice says ADOS black people specifically. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. And those of us that are Americanized from across the diaspora that live in America. Or the West, because whenever you watch stuff going on in Britain, the Africans and the Jamaicans or the other Caribbean trainees and whatnot that live in Britain, they on the same BS over there. Same thing in Canada. Right? So maybe I shouldn't even just say Americanized, Westernized. Right? So yes, you know, I'm not ADOS, so I want to be careful with that. But yes, primarily ADOS. But also those of us that are Westernized, you know, that move into, you know, these definitely primarily white countries. And of course, these countries skew anti-black, duh. So how do you think the black women sound? The interesting thing is that black women think they're immune from this. Somehow they really bought into this moral high ground, or at least they play that game like they really bought into it. And so they think they're immune from sounding anti-black, or they think that it only applies to how they see other black women. No, 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 no. Nope. You're not just anti-black to other black women, you're anti-black to black men. You know, like the rest of Western world is. Right? And R underscore 1993 is definitely right. He says all designed to keep us divided. Yes. I'll grant you that, yes. But one of us think that we're morally superior to everyone else, including black men. Only black women have that claim above everyone else in Western society, primarily in America. They think they're above that. They'll say, yeah, we're divided we fall. Yeah, they'll say that. But what they really mean is that Tiffany Cross, y'all need to get in line with, really behind black women. And then, everything will be okay. We're divided only because you won't get in line behind black women. Right? Get behind us while we're on this moral pedestal above everyone else. Right? So let me run through a few things again. For Mr. Z, I explained so that there's no plausible deniability, both now and into the future. Essentially, what I heard, and Ed could correct me if I'm wrong, what I heard Ed saying is essentially these women are like, F your facts. Excuse my language, fuck your facts. Right? Ed is 100% right. Her feelings matter more than the facts you're presenting. He didn't say that exactly, but that's the sentiment, right? And once again, the mental illness. He doesn't call it delusion, he calls it mental illness, right? Which is fitting. And the point that Ed said that I can't agree with more is she see you presenting facts as you running game. Essentially, black men are these losers, and this is pretty much the only options you got is loser black men. So pick one. That's what they hear. You don't got a choice but these loser black men. That's what they hear, and they're saying I would rather be single, and I'm perfectly okay with that. That's for ADOS black women. That's for whatever Caribbean black people that live in America. That's for whatever African, continental African or their descendants that live in America. Fine. If that's what you hear and you would rather be single, fine. By the way, if you think like that, I am laughing my butt off if you think you going back home with that mentality. You're a Nigerian or Nigerian descent woman, and you adopted this Western view of men in the world, and you think you're gonna marry a real Nigerian from Nigeria? Okay. You Haitian, you Jamaican, you think you're gonna pull that? All right. Okay. Yeah, that's it. You think you have a hard time with black American men or Americanized Haitian, Jamaican, Nigerian, Ethiopian, Eritrean, South African, such and so forth men. All right, go back home with that. Let's see. With that attitude, with that demeanor, right? Go back home with that. Let's see. Juice, that perfect statement. He said, "Down with facts. They're a part of the patriarchy, and the patriarchy needs to go." Well, that's that not postmodern, and just right at the tip of my tongue. Post-structural way of viewing the world, right? And it's postmodern, actually, yes, but post-structural way of viewing the world. Yeah, we're getting so way out there where nothing is necessarily real, right? Oliver said, uh-huh, they must go. They must go. Oh, yeah, they must, which in Creole means get the hell out of here. Well, really, get the F out of here, really. They must go. Hopefully, when the brother Indigo Flow gets in here and listens to this, or when he listens to this and replay, he's gonna chuckle. All my Haitian brothers gonna chuckle. Damasco, right? It doesn't translate. It can't translate in English. It's the most aggressive way of, excuse me, I gotta curse with this on, but it's the most aggressive way of saying get the fuck out of here in Creole, right? Right? And it's really something that parents tell their children, which is like after a spanking or a beating, I'm done with you, get the fuck out of my face. Right? Shout out to Oliver the Gray for that one. That was a good laugh. You know. And so, I'm about to end out, but ladies, I mean, this is what it is. Like, hey, if you see what we're saying as us running game and tell you to settle with these lowly men that you're better than, all right, cool. Don't. Fine, don't. Have fun for as much time as you can now. Just being in your little circle finger. It's not going to be circle jerk because y'all don't have dicks. I guess y'all circle banging each other, insulting men, black men specifically, calling us all type of dusty. Right? Have fun with that as long as it lasts. And remember you saying these type of things all through the interwebs, all through social media, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Remember that. And remember the content creators that helped you to say it louder. All these women that claim they care for you, but really all they do is give you rage porn. Y'all remember that. So it's fuck our facts. And if it's black men are running game with all of this air quotes facts thing, we don't even really believe it. Where they get these numbers from? Y'all remember that. I'm not saying there's not going to be some black men that get caught up in this. I'm not saying there's not going to be some black men that are not lonely. I'm not even saying there's not going to be some black men that are not, hurt or destitute or anything. No. That's not what Mr. Z is saying. I'm saying that the delusional lottery dream manifest talk y'all doing over there, thinking it's not going to apply to some of you women, many of you, you're not paying attention to the ever-changing landscape, to the environment. You think it's not going to apply to you. Right? It's not smart and it's not wise. Right? The women on the business, on Jason Black's The Business channel, they weren't even that bad. We've seen way worse than that. Right? They were not even close to being that bad. The bar for bad is so damn high, they damn near came off pleasant. Actually, they came off pleasant. That's how high the bar is for the insanity. Right? That's how high the bar is for insanity. Ooh, Victor, I gotta read it. It's a super chat. Oh, Vic says, all y'all ask your lady to see her YouTube subscriptions and be prepared to cringe. You will see what she really thinks about you. Ooh, Vic. Vic. Oh, boy. Hey, bruh. It's gonna get real ugly, right? Talking about ladies, I've done it though. I've done it, and I wasn't mad, right? I've done it, and I wasn't mad. So shout out to my lady. My lady watches a lot of movie review stuff and stuff like that, all right? And a bunch of news stuff. So yeah, Vic, I think she know you was talking about us, though, about the women. She called right after I read that comment. But yeah, no, Vic. Whoo, hey, I'm telling y'all. Hey, all right, Vic. Right. But as I said, I truly think I'm not joking with this. I truly think we care about the women more than the women over there do. And I'll end out with that. Okay, let me say one of y'all quotes. Let me say a Paris Milan quote. Y'all hate black men more than y'all love black women over there. And Paris, that applies to you too, even though you're the one that said it. I truly think, I didn't say believe, it's not a feeling. I truly think that we care about the women over here. We care about black women more than they do over there. I truly think that. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I think they just want to give the women something to feel better about the current, this economic landscape, the political landscape, the social landscape. So rage porn and black men ain't ish is what they give them. I truly think we care about the women more than they do. All right. And I'll truly end with this, as evidenced by when Kevin did the stream talking about this, and you saw brother after brother just pretty much saying they just want black American women, ADOS, FBA women to get right. They didn't want to be passport bros. They didn't really want to date outside the race. Definitely not date outside of like ADOS, FBA, or black Americanized, women from across the diaspora. So yeah, we care about them more than those women over there do. And now what? Right? Victor said, I field tested that with some friends and sheesh. Right? So I'll truly pause right there. I'll end out right there. Shout out to Dr. Thunder, Victor Creed, D. Scott, right? Oliver in the Gray, right? For your super stickers and super chats. Thank all of y'all for listening in and visiting in again. And yes, I was worked up. Shout out to the brother Ed. Great video. Ed, y'all know Ed be long as hell too. It ain't just me. Maybe it's a millennial thing. Shout out to the brother Ed. I'm taking you down with me. We both under the bus. Right? But that was nice and short and concise. And here I am with this long ass stream to reply to him. But shout out to the brother Edward Anderson. It's always fun talking to him. And Ed and Charles be having them one-liners for your ass, right? Shout out to the brother Charles, right? Charles Faulkner Jr. And I'll truly pause right there. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night. I think Art New Style is supposed to be coming on later on tonight, I think. I might be able to come in a little bit later, but I do have some work to do. And thank you all for listening. And like, I really mean what I said. I truly think we care more about black women than those black female content creators do. And yes, they hate black men more than they love black women. And I'll truly pause right there. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night.